Hello, everybody, this is TJN, TheJoshNara, come to you live from a living room in this house. Today, I will be talking about one of Capcom's most underrated franchises that they have, or even care for that matter. Well, not necessarily full-on care for, but I'm here to talk about, maybe this will actually catch it better. I'm going to be talking about the Ace Attorney series. Now, the Ace Attorney series, in short, is a visual novel lawyer simulation. And I bet I know what a lot of you are thinking right now. It's a visual novel game? But I don't like to read long spans of text. And it's a lawyer simulator? Do you really seriously think that would be a good game? It's like, well, I was once like one of you people. Until I actually played the motherfucker. And guess what? I was blown away by how good of a story it was. And they have multiple games of this series, and every one of their stories are very good. Usually some of the cases are connected in some intricate way that you'll never fucking see coming. And a lot of times cases are just there, just to please you until the main event. Kind of like mid-carders, until you get to the John Cena's to the Randy Ortons, the CM Punks to the Daniel Bryans. And I just spoiled one of the things I want to do a video about. Oh, in due time, in due time. Anyway, the Phoenix Wright series once was only one game that was recently banned, known by the name of I can't fucking say because I am horrible at Japanese pronunciation. But if you can go on thecourtrecords.net, it'll give you all the information you would need about Phoenix Wright, or Ace Attorney, as a whole. Spanning from all its games to even both its spin-offs. Which, unfortunately, one of the spin-offs didn't even get over here. Because Capcom was lazy and they don't localize nothing. Fans of Mega Man will know this. They can't fucking localize anything. But this is not a rap on Capcom. Excuse me. This is not a rant on Capcom. It is a Phoenix Wright video. Goddamn. Anyway, Phoenix Wright was later ported over into America by Capcom, which they basically kept the whole game as a whole until they added a sixth case. No, they added a fifth case, excuse me, I'm thinking of the new game. They added a fifth case to it, which was download through either the DS back when it first came out, or the Wii on eShop. But you can get the first 3 games of the series on the DS. Good luck finding the DS ones, by the way. I know sure as hell I can't find one. Or the Wii shop, which I'm still waiting for them to bring over the first 3 games, and maybe even Apollo Justice over to the Wii U. Because that can actually be fun, like presenting evidence with the gamepad. Even though I do not own a Wii U at this time. I will eventually get one, because there's games on Horizon I want. And some notable games that are already out that I want. Look at you, Sonic Lost World. Trap, I'm getting it. I don't give a shit what reviewers say, how it's the worst Sonic game this generation. I don't care, it's a Sonic game. And if you say in this whole period of acts that Phoenix Wright's just not for you, then by all means, I am not forcing you to go out and buy it. I'm just here to give you an opinion of the series. So after the release of Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, that Capcom was like, well, this series is actually making us good money, because Capcom was only in it for the money. They decided to make Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, the second game in the series, which diverged into more likable characters, more story aspects of the main game, which I think the first three of the trilogy is actually one big story that's linked somehow. And it's pretty good. And it was like, in my opinion, it has one of the best cases, but the weakest game in the series. Like the first one was strong because it was pretty good. The second one had the very best case in the whole entire series up until the new release of Dual Destinies, which I will not spoil anything for Dual Destinies. I'll say that up front now. If you're here just to hear me gush basically over Dual Destinies, I have a whole video plan for that, and I will not spoil anything in this video or in that video for Dual Destinies. That is until already known to the public. And if you don't, I am sorry. I will at least have disclaimers. Very shitty disclaimers, but I'll at least have disclaimers when that Dual Destiny video comes about. Anyway, thus brings us to Capcom's like, well, this series is still making us money, so let's give them the third game. And that's where Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations comes in. In my opinion, it is the middle of the road of the Ace Attorney trilogy. The first game being not the best, but at least better than its predecessors. Justice for All, the weakest, but at least it has the best case in the entire trilogy. Trials and Tribulations, it had some good cases and a good story. Like, a good story with these games is kind of redundant because all of them are good stories. But then it was like, okay, so this game is making us money, and this game is making us money, and I think it's ran its course, but people wanted more. So, and that's when Capcom made the smart decision in actually developing Ace Attorney Apollo Justice. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the third trilogy, then by all means. But if you're not, you know exactly why this game is hated so much. Apollo Justice in the game's controlled is not a sister title, or in other words, it's not like a fresh start to the series. It's the same series, but it's not Phoenix Wright 4. It is not Phoenix Wright 4, no matter how many times people want to say, oh, Apollo Justice doesn't even need to be here. It's just a spin-off. Apollo Justice is not a spin-off, and Dual Destiny proved it. But then they came out with even more Phoenix Wright because people demanded it. And then where we have Ace Investigation's Miles Edgeworth. And then its sequel, which never came over here because of localization, Capcom. And then we are still, I'm crossing my fingers on this one, we are still getting Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney for the 3DS next year. We were supposed to get it like 3.5 years ago, but no, Capcom's the same reason, localization. And I know it's hard for the localization team, but you're not Square Enix, Capcom. You're not even like that. Yes, I know games like this takes time, a really good amount of time. But I'll just say this. It doesn't... If people want it, reliable companies will give it to them. Not backstabbing companies like you and EA. Shots fired. That's my only little bit of rant for Capcom right now. So, we didn't get Ace Attorney's Investigation 2 Miles Edgeworth, which I would really enjoy playing. But no, there is currently a fans translation out for it. So I don't care, so I don't matter anymore. Release. And then we have, as I mentioned earlier, the Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton crossover, which, as far as I know, nothing about it other than it's going to be a Phoenix Wright and a Professor Layton crossover, which I didn't really get into Layton's games. I respect the real Layton series, as I expect anything good from Level 5. Because Level 5 was Neo Kuni. And if I learned anything about Level 5, Neo Kuni is fucking awesome. Anyway. Oh god. Anyway, that brings us to the 6th entry. Can I count? Hold on. Yes, it's our technically it's our 8th entry. It's not our 9th. God damn, I can't count. Hold on, Trooper. 4. Yeah, this would be our 8th series. This would be our 8th installment. If Ace Attorney Investigations 2 didn't get if Ace Investigations 2 is not localized, and since Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright's crossover is not out till next year, hopefully Capcom, then that will lead us to our... You can't see this, can you? Because it's a fucking bright ass screen. You can't see this at all. You people can't see this. Well, there we go. It is basically the game I've been gushing over for like the past year and a half. It is Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. The newest and latest installment for the Ace Attorney franchise. I will not go into depth for this. Why? I have a whole nother video planned. Whenever the fuck that will release, I have no idea because I have school. And that's the reason that there's not been no videos other than the one I was with Trap. And that's only because, hey, I went up there to get Pokemon. Anyway, that's been my Ace Attorney run through. Not a pretty good one, but whenever have you expected anything good from TheJoshNara? I'm not going to fucking criticize myself again. But anyway, that's it for Phoenix Wright. And if you enjoy the series, if you would like me to talk more about it, might discuss characters. I have ideas. I've had ideas for this, as well as like discuss some of the key characters. But that's only if you people want to see me discuss key characters. Like I can discuss their importance or lack thereof in certain games. Like I can explain like how said person is important to this game, but not as important as like in say like Apollo Justice, or even if they even appear in Apollo Justice. I can talk about the new game, not in great detail, mind you, since it's the newest game. I could talk about the cases and which one really impacted me. The music. Oh god, the music in this game is brilliant. I'm gushing over the music. I sound exactly like I've been playing fucking Sonic Generations again. Even though the music in that game is awesome too. But anyway, if you people actually want to see any of that stuff, post it down in the comments if you like this video, or hell, even like Pink's right. Object that. This is gonna sound really corny as hell, I just realized this. Object that like button and subscribe to TheJoshNara. And expect not a lot of videos upcoming, but at least a few. I'll at least want to upload them a little more regularly, other than like, oh, once in a blue moon, kind of regularly. Anyway, because I can't say goodbye any fucking faster, this has been TJN, TheJoshNara, signing off. Oh, and by the way, it's my birthday today.